techniques that you were talking about, and there was a couple that were in relation to your posture and the position of your
Okay.
head and your chin, which I thought was particularly interesting because we tend to
Yeah.
shrink back from things, don't we? So do
Yeah.
you want to explain those?
Sure, that's easy to explain. Whenever people are frightened of something, it's perfectly normal and instinctive to try and draw away from it. The jargon that we use is one called, we say we're talking backwards. We are talking to somebody, but we are drifting
Right,
backwards
yeah.
away from them.
Yeah.
So maybe your weight will shift onto your back foot, and certainly what people tend to do is tip their heads backwards to get their head out of the danger zone, if you see
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, but and I have no idea if our microphones are going to pick this up, but just listen to what my voice does if I do that. So I'm sitting here quite comfortably facing the camera, but now I pretend to be scared. I shift my weight back and I tip my head backwards just to get it that little bit away from you. And I don't know if the microphones are picking it up, but from where I'm sitting, I can hear my voice going thinner and sounding more stressed and all of that kind of jazz.
Yeah.
So the trick with that one is to tip your head forward. In fact, if I go sideways, you can probably see more easily. Is to tip your head forward. Now, if you've got a double chin, it's not very flattering. But you tip your head forward, and sometimes it feels a wee bit odd because you feel like you're overextending this bit of your neck. That's perfectly normal. It's just because you're not used to it. And then you make sure that your head is down there. Now, you can hear, with my head in that position, you can hopefully hear, in fact, I'll give you a demonstration. If I now go A, B, C, D, E, and then I tip my head back and I now go A, B, C, D, E, hopefully people can hear which one's the most accessible and which one makes you sound just that little bit more authoritative and credible, makes you sound calmer.
Yeah, and I guess there's also the message you're giving yourself because I know in situations where maybe I've had to assert myself as a police officer, that voice, there's nothing less assertive or makes you feel that, less confident than suddenly coming out with some high pitched squeak instead of a
Excuse me,
deep-
sir, would you mind
Yeah.
putting your crowbar down?
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Excuse, put
You're
the
right.
crowbar down is
Yeah.
much more.
Yeah, and that,
I'm making heroic assumptions about you and people with
Yeah.
crowbars there.
yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, okay. But
Let's
yes,
move on.
That posture and that volume does give it sends the authority, but it also signals to yourself,
Absolutely.
I'm in charge here, which I think is really important under stressful situations. That's a great
Absolutely. Yeah, the biofeedback of that is that when you do that, your other people can hear that you're stressed and anxious, but your body knows that it's anxious as well.
Yeah.
You come down here, and your body knows that you are comfortable and in charge.
Yeah, it struck me just when you did the example of the ABC, as you went back, your voice changed, but it also appeared that your breathing just got a little shallower and just rushed, as if it was a little tenser there. Was that?
Because as you pull back, you tense up your throat muscles,
Yeah.
and that makes. I must stop doing it now. It makes you much more likely to breathe in your chest, using your intercostal muscles. When you breathe in your chest using your intercostal muscles, that's hardwired to the production of adrenaline in your body.
Yeah.
So when you're breathing there, you can't do anything except produce more adrenaline, and that kind of sets up a vicious spiral of adrenaline makes you feel nervous, makes you produce adrenaline, makes you feel nervous.
Yeah.
So this body posture thing starts to cut into that. It won't make the nerves go away completely,
Yeah.
but it'll certainly help.
Yeah, and it's about those little things that just give you a little bit more confidence and control in a certain situation.